Hey, this is Timmara signing on with some more of Voice of Cards, The Isle Dragon Roars. What could be the last part, I'm not sure yet, but okay. After exploring into the mausoleum, that took a while, finding hidden passages, dealing with spikes, finding a bunch of legendary gear, I think we are all set to carry on to the next floor, because the implication is something's down there and something big is down there. Did that in the wrong order of saying things. Mausoleum depths. So let's just go to it and see what happens. Oh, did I press no? I was not looking. Jump to Mausoleum depths. Yes. Press the wrong button. So yeah, this could be the final bit. I have no idea.
Immense power enshrouding the whole of this floor.
Also might get interrupted halfway through this because I'm not sure if I'm still waiting for a work call or not. Even though it's god dang Halloween. I suppose that doesn't matter in terms of most jobs, but still. You cannot save or load, or our save has been temporary, so you cannot use Bellwether either. Okay, we are stuck here. But we should be pretty strong anyways. We're almost level 30, if that means anything. Everything's just slowly flipping. That'd be a cool effect if they just flip everything at once. Even the cards we can't see yet are flipping.
The Ivory Order trio lies collapsed at Sherwin's feet.
Good job, guys.
Sherwin glances your way as he notices your presence. You again.
Us again. You found Sherwin. What will you say? What are you going to do?
What is it you're doing here? You ask him.
I feel like that's a more broad question.
This is the heart of the mausoleum, where the Order kept the dragon prisoner and harvested dragon tear. The Order perfected a technique to distill medicine from the preternatural magic imbued in dragon tear. So you were right in thinking you could find Mars' cure here. Sherwin pays you no mind. Continuing. How I detested that medicine. It took my parents from me.
And there you go.
You struggled to conceal your shock that you and Sherwin suffered the same tragedy.
We're similar.
Nursing his grudge, he infiltrated the Order so that he could destroy it from the inside out.
And he became the strongest guy there, so
After being
it worked.
elevated to the Order's highest echelons, he learned that the dragon was the source of the medicine. Ever since, he had been awaiting his chance to kill the dragon. He finally got it atop the volcano. Now all that's left is to destroy this forsaken place, and the realm will be restored to how it was before the medicine, to how it ought to be.
Probably a desolate waste with people people dying by the time they reach 35.
Sherwin stands before the altar and begins mumbling an incantation. It looks like he's gearing up to perform some sort of rite.
Alright.
The mausoleum will be destroyed if you don't stop Sherwin. And if that happens, you'll never get your hands on any dragon tear.
Can we at least get a little dragon tear before you destroy it? We can compromise here, man. Stop Sherwin.
Prepare yourself.
Yep, that's the warning. It's like, hey.
The Ivory Order trio are still alive, but don't have the strength to get up.
That's the warning. It's just like, okay, it's almost over.
A strange altar indeed, but don't get distracted. You've got to stop Sherwin.
Go at it.
You
Sorry,
attempt
Jesus.
to stop Sherwin's right.
They're just slowly
Fallen
picking themselves
Ivory
up.
Order trio totter to their feet. Master Sherwin, says Winifred, unable to quell her trembling. Why?
Were you not listening?
You used us, growls Berwin, narrowing his eyes at Sherwin.
Lots of
Your
win
actions
names.
betray everything the Order stands for, spits Hedwin. Sherwin does not dispute the accusations. On the contrary, he confirms them. Everything I've done, including using you, is to purge this world of that medicine. Sherwin returns his concentration to the right.
What will you do? We gotta stop the right if we want to help Mar. You can destroy it afterwards. I don't care. Try and stop the right. Just because we need the dragon tier.
Lord Sherwin to stop the right, but then Winifred blocks your way.
Let me guess.
Winifred puts out her arm. You're not strong enough to stop him.
Well, neither are you.
He's one of the strongest among the Ivory Order's ranks, she says. Still, says Melanie, batting Winifred's hand out of the way, we have to do something.
Why don't you three help? We're not strong enough, but maybe...
help.
There it is, okay. Everyone at once. The Ivory Order trio joins your party. Alright, that's fun. I've been kind of expecting that to happen.
Pivots to face you, snarling. I will crush any who dare stand in my way. Sherwin attacks.
Alright. It'd be great if, like, every card... Oh, I can see them right at the bottom there. So they're going to be providing backup? Happenstance cards.
It'll take more than numbers to win here.
Let's find out. Okay, defense boost, not great, but... Charge spell. So they got our backs. I kind of wish there was a fight where we just have, like, everyone in the party go at once. Deadly Mirage. Go out swinging, or shooting. Crit, crit, crit. I was hoping. Okay, that's still almost 60 points of damage in just that one attack. That's pretty good. Okay, I forget. What does Seal do again? Afflicted by Seal cannot use skills that cost gems. Oh, no. That's a problem. Oh, sweet. Okay, so they're acting on their own. You know what? It actually would have been better if you had unsealed someone else. Okay, this is cool, though. You know, just they're working on their own. Happenstance cards. Okay, another defense increase. Well, we can generate... Do we have anything that cures... Yeah, you know what? Unseal her, use the item, because then we'll still have enough enough gems to use Deadly Mirage. That's the go-to. That's like the strongest attack I got. Crit, there we go. Jesus Christ. That is like the best ability we've got. Yeah, refresh. There we go. I was gonna say, you better not kill him, because I want to finish this off. Add 4 light damage dealt to all allies and enemies. Okay. No, we're gonna charge spell. We're gonna give our character the final strike. So we're gonna tragically skip over... Well, we haven't really taken that much damage, so I don't even need to use Eulogy. So, Tri-Blade! Please crit for the final hit. Okay, he didn't crit, but it worked. Yeah, definitely the most broken thing we've got is, Ridis. You defeated Sherwin. Yeah, I saw it. Level up, next level. Okay, 30 is the level cap. Okay, Bruno's still a little behind, but that's fine. You fulfilled the necessary requirements to unlock Sherwin's Flipside story. Might as well look at that real quick. I'm sure he's got like a Final Fantasy second form or something. He's gotta be, right? Sherwin wasted no time distinguishing himself in the Ivory Order. His character and aptitude earned him the title of Ivory Knight at an exceedingly young age. Sherwin's success was driven by an intense hatred for the Ivory Order, who distributed their medicine knowing full well what it could do to people, if only his parents had known. Yeah, and that's why he was so somber, you know, when we met him in the sickly village. Looks like we go over him first.
Bloodied and beaten, lies sprawled across the ground.
We probably could have taken him on by ourselves.
Give up already, you say?
No.
Then, from the folds of his cloak, Sherwin withdraws a vial of dragon tear.
That's what that was in the chapter.
Come to this, he murmurs, before gulping it down.
That better not be the last of it.
Sherwin's body begins morphing into something grotesque. You hear a voice echoing in your head.
Is this how they make new dragons?
A lifeless world. A deathless world. This fetid plain will be purged so that it gleams pure white once more. I, the Oasis Wind, will make sure of it.
Say that again? A whistless wind? Oh boy, he actually did turn into a dragon. Like a weird frog lump. Okay, now the real fight begins. Okay, and the Ivory Order guy's still down there. There we go, something with over 200 hit points. We have a quarter, at max level we have a quarter of his hit points. Head forward, okay. Yeah, charge spell, generate gems, the usual strategy, because it works. Deadly Mirage. Yes! Crit right off the bat. That is so much damage. That's like almost 80 points. Christ, sorry. It's just sort of like, it's still surprising to see every time. It's like that really is. Ridis is the powerhouse. Wow, good job. Seriously. That was really cool. I'm surprised it did so little. At 4 dark damage dealt to all allies and enemies, whatever. Oh, we should have enough gems for a Tri-Blade and a Deadly Mirage. This is the most effective thing we got. Oh, it's even doing more damage this time. Oh, right, because the... Oh. Right, because... I was going to say, oh, that's definitely going to kill him if it's a crit. Because he doesn't have the defense boost this time. Yeah, Gerwin is probably going to get to him first. Oh, wait, never mind. Or Berwin. Why do I keep saying Gerwin?
We, too, bear some of the blame for allowing this to happen. Winifred and the others combine their magic for an all-powerful strike.
It just made it stronger.
The brunt of the blow renders the Oasis Wind motionless. But in your head echoes a familiar voice. There is no denying me. This world will fall, as will you. The Oasis Wind stirs, stretching his humongous wings.
Alrighty. Oh, gee. That's kind of amazing. Sorry, the cards to create...
and company retreat from the fore.
Have your order trio leave your party. Nice job, guys.
The Oishus wind screeches a bloodthirsty shriek as he bears down on you once again.
That's actually really clever with the cards to create wings in different placements. I wish there was more stuff like that, but I suppose the one time you see it makes it so much more interesting to see the first time. Oh boy. Okay, now it's really dangerous. This is the real fight. And now we're on our own. Gain 2 gems. Oh, thank God. That actually puts me ahead of schedule. Let's see. Yeah, charge spell. Deadly Mirage. Should we target a wing first? Probably smart to target a wing. Deadly Mirage on the left wing. It's the weakest wing. Oh my God. Oh, she almost had it. Okay, no light damage is definitely not going to do nearly enough. Okay, you know what? Let's try Tri-Blade on the other wing. I was really hoping he would crit. Okay, that's a pretty bad hit. Inflict random ailment. Oh, no. I should have just focused on the one wing. Oh. Targeting the same character. Okay, so healing won't work. Defense increase. Yeah, really, the best thing Melanie can do is just keep giving us gems. Yeah, Deadly Mirage. No, actually, nah, it's too late. I should have did something else, but... Crit! Oh! Okay, both wings are at least weak. Do I want to try this? No, let's not do the Spinning Ray. Actually, what I should have done, that works too. I should have used the Soothstone in order to get more gems, so Melanie could just use the... What? Say that again? Okay. That's an interesting little, like, counter. Oh, sweet. Oh, even better. Because now start of return, 0 element. Okay, that was the best thing that could have happened to us here. Please crit. Please take out both wings. Oh my God. Did that do like 100, you know, almost 200 points of damage to the one wing? I'm not even going to try to put an ailment on it. It's just probably not going to work. Now without the wings, unless he has to spend his action to, you know, revive his wings, which might be able to revive another wing. That's the biggest problem there, is the healing. Decrease light damage dealt. Okay. Maybe he's weak to darkness, but then again... Deadly Mirage. Do I risk using Tri-Blade, or do I heal somebody? I probably should heal somebody. Probably. Because if he attacks again, he's probably gonna... Okay. Should have attacked. Add 4 light damage. Yeah, we're just in a loop. Just keep using Deadly Mirage because that's the strongest thing we got. If it could just crit, it could probably... Yeah, let's do heal for Mel. The cycle returns. It's still a lot of damage. At 4 light damage. I was really hoping they would just give us a bunch of gems. Charge spell. Deadly Mirage, obviously. For some reason I thought it did a little bit more than that. Just a regular slash attack. Close.
Foul creatures, be cleansed by my power. The Oishus Wind's power inhibits your actions.
No. Stage 4.
The Oishus Wind gathers his immense strength. You have to do something.
Throw Bruno into the blast.
But the Oishus Wind's power binds you.
Ooh, Melanie's getting up.
Struggling against his power, Melanie recalls Vince's final words.
The forbidden spells.
Your spell can make this world a better place. Through everything, realization strikes her. The only way out of this is to use forbidden magic. I offer myself, body and soul, as payment.
Oh, jeez.
Melanie recites the spell, then turns to you. I'm sorry, she says, her voice faint. You'll have to finish what you started without me.
No.
Melanie's powerful magic has bound the Oishus Wind. That same power, though, has also bound her.
Oh, mutual suffering.
Her power drained from casting the spell, Melanie collapses to the ground.
Aww. Everyone else.
Her spell breaks the power binding you. You can move freely again and feel your strength return. The spell has bound the Oishus Wind. Now's your chance to end this.
Here we go. Melanie withdraws from battle. Take a moment to reorganize your party. Probably Mar. It's because higher level. Yeah, we're definitely bringing in Mar. So let me double check her abilities. Recover 2 HP after your turn ends. Decrease fire damage. Gain immunity to freeze. All good. The biggest thing is we lose our gem creation, so we really have to. But on the other hand, we should have a ton of just thinking. Yeah, that might be the best thing to do. Good thing is that we do have Mar with all our equipment. Yeah, we got the old fangs. Don't know if there's a better male. No. Numbstay ring. Just looking, and her defense is still pretty good considering, and also the attack is still higher than anyone else with the most health. Yeah, what's wrong with me? Actually, you know what? Let's change the Numbstay ring because that speed boost is not going to do her any good. Protect Sense Curse, why not? Just that little 1 to defense is going to be more useful than the, you know, the speed boost. I think we're good. Give it a shot. The worst thing is that we don't have the gem regeneration anymore, unless the Ivory Order's also up helping us. Okay, they are. 10 turns till Willishwin's power is restored.
Give it
Sorry.
all you got.
We could end this in 1, really. Yeah, I'm thinking it's like, should I really just not do anything? 9 turns. Okay, by turns they mean everybody's. Crits! If anything, the Ivory Order's gonna get them first. Okay. 8 turns until... Go, Mar! Finish it off! You can do it! Yeah! Mar did it! I was gonna say, like, oh, we'll try to get the final blow. The Ivory Order's probably gonna get to him first. Max out everything. And Bruno got to level 30. Hit the level cap right at the end. Pretty awesome, actually. So, take the note, kids. Fighting every single fight, never running away from anything, and doing everything will get you to level 30 by the end of the game.
Sherwin, returned to his human form, seems not long for this world.
If I find another dragon tier, I'll let you destroy the altar after that. That's all I wanted. Aid the collapsed Melanie. She's probably not long for this world either, tragically.
You rush to Melanie's side.
Bruno, quick! Buff potion, please!
The moment you reach her, you notice something strange.
Oh, jeez, okay.
Melanie's transformed into a monster. Just then, Winifred and the others returned from their search of the area. It seems the emergency stores of dragon tier kept in the altar were all dashed upon the ground during your battle with Sherwin. Despair buckles your knees. You've lost Melanie and any hope of changing Mar back.
Except for one.
Fred slips something into your hand. You hold it up. And see the empty vial of dragon tear that Sherwin drank. But if you squint, you can make out one last drop in the bottom.
Now who do we
Got a
use it on?
vial of dragon tear from Winifred.
Yay. Now who do we use it on? Mar, Mel. Well, if... honestly, Mel doesn't look worse for wear like this.
The world, cut off from its supply of medicine with the dragon's death. Your twin, for whom you have searched high and low for some way of restoring her human form. And Melanie, transformed into a monster and lying prone before your very eyes.
And probably dying more than anything.
You must decide for which purpose to put the all-powerful dragon tier.
The last dragon tier in the world.
Think long and hard about this one.
Change Melanie back, change Mar back, bring the dragon back. Wish for everything. I feel like wish for everything is not going to work. I don't know if we could bring the dragon back. Can we? I feel like this is like a trick question, but...
As though you were trying to cling to something, you offer up every supplication to the dragon tier. And then...
Okay, this is where the mysterious cards come into play. Oddly enough. So, we basically found a way to get the true ending, right? Is that what that was for?
The Dragon Tear's light overwhelms you. You feel your consciousness start to slip away. Where's that voice coming from?
So is that, I know I read like mysterious cards will affect the ending. Maybe depending on how many you have, it opens up so many options.
Gently. Your eyes peel open and you glance around.
Hey!
You're alive, says Melanie through flowing tears. You let go of a heavy sigh of relief to see she's human again. Bruno says you collapsed after the dragon tears started shining with fierce light, and that you've been unconscious ever since.
Now where's Mar?
That's when you realize Mar is nowhere to be seen.
Hey! Oh, that's unfortunate. I was gonna say, where is she? Oh, right.
Returned to human in your firm embrace.
Right, she doesn't have anything to wear. Sorry, Mar. Should have thought about that. There we go. But yeah, nice. So I think that must have been the true ending, because everything worked out.
Your journey drew to its conclusion. As for the story afterward, you return to Advent Castle and make your report of the events to Queen Nilla.
A lot going on. She'll be unhappy that she can't get any more stomach medicine.
Handsomely for telling her the truth about the dragon, but it's barely enough to cover the cost of repairs to Ridis's home.
Oh, that's fine.
Bruno returns to the coastal village he calls home, still squabbling with Oreo.
He wouldn't be his parent if that wasn't the case.
The dragon agrees to continue providing dragon tear for the kingdom.
Oh, so he does live.
As long as he can live the rest of his life in peace and quiet.
I wasn't sure. Okay, like, you know, they say, like, bring the dragon back to life. It's like, can this one dragon tear do that? But hey, it worked. We got the best of everything. You know, out of all the fairy tale grimness, we finally got a thing that worked into a couple of things out that came out very wrong.
Nilla denounces the Ivory Order for their cruelty and seizes control of medicinal production. She does all she can to ensure a more ethical manufacturing process.
Oh, if only any leader in the real world would actually squash down on companies for unethical practices to make sure they actually function normally. Moving on.
Hedwyn and Berwyn leave the Ivory Order, establishing a new organization to help the needy.
Fair enough. Doing what they were originally doing anyways, but now without the baggage.
Mar and Melanie. Queen Nilla asks you to serve in her court, but that's not really something the three of you are cut out for. You decline to set off for new adventures.
Yeah.
And to this day, the incessant bickering of the bounty-hunting twins and the Black Witch can be heard in various far-flung corners the world over.
Very fitting.
This is a story of long, long ago, and long, long from now.
All right. You know, that's kind of like a sequel hook. What's new for the next group of this grown-up adventurers? But to be fair to Yoko Taro, we're probably never going to see that happen. But okay, we did it. So that was Voice of Cards, The Isle Dragon Roars. How was it? It's really good, actually. Like, just going, if we fast forward, not to go past everyone's work, they all did very good. I know I focus a lot on Yoko Taro, as everyone does with this game, but there's a lot of really good stuff to this. I'm just seeing on the off chance that there's just sort of like a crazy, like, final card end credits scene, you know? Thank you for playing. No problem. Because it was fun playing this, you know? I haven't played an RPG...
Thank you for playing. Did you enjoy your adventure?
The GM talked too much. Oh, well, if that's how you feel, that was fun.
Good to
Be honest.
hear. That means I succeeded as your game master.
Absolutely.
Now then, this is the end of your long journey, which means you and I must regrettably part ways. I hope we meet again in the world of Voice of Cards.
Hopefully.
It's been a pleasure.
Sorry, that was a weird squeak. It has been a pleasure. Yeah, hopefully Voice of Cards, they fulfill the necessary requirements to unlock the would-be hero's flip side story. Hey. It will show in the ending has been added to your collection. A secret event on the Isle of Blight, where the volcano and mausoleum are located, has been added. Okay. Saving game, clear data. You will then be returned to the title screen. Okay. You can now carry over completed save data when you start a new game. Okay, new game plus. So yeah, there you have it. That was, yeah, hopefully, like, I could... Let's see. I'm just thinking, which is... Does that count as clear save data? I'm confused. Okay, hold on. You know, the big question is now, where do we... Do we have our stuff? Everything? Matters most in life is, once he and his sister turned monster, fled in the island, money became more than the means to an end. It became salvation. He turned to a bounty hunting life so he and his sister could survive. Fair enough. What matters most in life depends. Oh. So yeah, I think we did it. And we're still missing a person, apparently. Just checking. So we should be... Okay, yeah. Haven't unlocked... What card could possibly be there? Born of the awesome power of Dragon Tear and limitless hatred of Sherwin's heart, this pale serpent would see all existence erased and the world born anew. Sherwin wanted nothing more to see a world he deemed filthy and corrupt return to a blank slate. Whether preventing his wish was the right thing to do, we will never know. Oh, I bet the cards we are missing are for maybe letting him do his thing. Maybe. Maybe. Be worth a shot. But, you know, I'm probably not going to do that right now. We don't need to see both endings, because this takes a lot of time. But no, yeah, Voice of Cards, this was fun. You know, it's a very simple RPG. A lot about it is just like, I don't want to say stripped down, but it just makes things simpler by, you know, cutting down to the important stats. Health, attack, and defense. And, you know, speed. Those are the important things to keep the combat going and to get around. The world is very, you know, easy to navigate with not a terrible lot to explore, but, you know, sometimes you'll run into random events.
The man totters along in front of you. With an eerie smile, he pauses and whispers, "Another eye of the dragon opens."
Okay.
Suddenly, the ground begins to quake so hard, you are nearly knocked off your feet. It stops as quickly as it came, and you let out a sigh of relief. The old man continues on his way, repeating to himself, "The eye has opened."
Well, this is the face of a dragon, and they said between the volcano and the mausoleum. Vexing Cave. Okay. The Vexing Cave is unlocked. You know, who knows what else, if there's like endgame content or what there is to do. Enter the Vexing Cave, see what happens. But yeah, there's a lot of really cool qualities to this game, from the cool artwork. Oh, hey.
Something dragon-like appears. It's cloaked in an ominous aura. Please, someone, kill me. Could it be the lingering hatred of the dragon you fought at the volcano?
Probably. Looks exactly the same.
Detestable humans. Detestable world. If you do not kill me, I will end it all.
Okay, is this like the Sephiroth? Is this like the super secret final boss fight that's harder than the main boss? Oh my god. Let's give this our damnedest shot. Okay, let's see how this goes. But yeah, there's a lot of things that just make this a very simple RPG. But that does not mean it's light, or it's not worth it. There's a lot of really cool stuff here. The thing is, when it comes to RPGs, I find what I find effective or seems to be useful to me, and I'll stick with it. That's why I did like the same attack patterns almost constantly. It's just sort of like, this I realize works, so why change it? So I didn't experiment with other characters. I didn't go back to Mar, I didn't go back to Bruno. Even with a crit, 60 damage is our highest amount of damage. I don't suppose Spinning Ray would be any good. Ooh, that hit pretty hard. Decrease bolt damage dealt. Let's see. I'm trying to think, what's the most effective thing we could do right now? I think we'll use Eulogy. Give everyone a little bit of healing. A little bit. Tri-Blade to deal some damage. In theory, that did not do a lot. At 4 damage. Okay. Yeah, this is the super hard boss where everything's got to come into play. And maybe I need a better strategy than what I've been doing. Yeah, definitely the strongest thing we got is the Deadly Mirage. Keep critting! Damn it. Yeah, heal plus, heal her. Deal fire. That's the worst thing right now, is that he's doing that. Decrease light damage. That doesn't matter. We're not using that stuff. Mainly the best thing I can do is, yeah, use Eulogy to... There we go. Should I heal somebody? Yeah, let's... Really, the best thing is just set things up so only... only Ridus attacks. Okay. Add 3 to ally. Okay, so all damage is up. That could be good for us. Crit, 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 crit. There we go. Didn't do that much more damage, but hey, progress. I'm thinking here, it's just like, should I heal or should I use an item? The biggest thing that worries me is that he can attack everybody unless he does something else. Okay, so kind of good I didn't use a item. I was going to waste that turn doing a damage buff, but that would have been bad. Ah, jeez. That did so little compared to everything else. Okay, yeah. Heal, top off Ridis, just because we can sacrifice ourselves for that. We're down. We're gonna have to revive ourselves before we do anything else. At 3, damn it, when we got the damage boost going. Well, if I do Inspire Elixir. Breath that covers half health. And I suppose Eulogy would be the best thing to do here. Okay, everyone should be able to survive another hit. Kind of really depending on Ridis right now, so I'll just give her an attack bonus. Still alive. That's all that matters. At 3 defense. Okay, well, so at least the Invigor I gave her balances that out a little bit. Crit, 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 crit! Just do the goddamn crit! We definitely need to heal ourselves, but it'd probably be better to use a Supreme Salve. You know, I've not used items in an effective manner at all throughout this game, and this is the only time I've really bothered with it, because this is the only time it feels necessary. One of the biggest complaints I can see is, like, the difficulty scaling is pretty random. Like, early on it's really easy, and every time you see a new area, it maybe, like, ups the difficulty a touch, but not really a significant amount. Can we apply multiple elixirs to the same character? Nope, that just re-upped the old one. That was a waste. Okay. I could have healed. That would have been a smarter idea. Use the Supreme Salve on Ridis. I think we got this, unless he does something really crazy, like a full 0 element. Oh. I had to open my damn mouth. Okay. I had to open my stupid little mouth. Prime real estate to do something like that. Ah, this sucks. If only I could do... Should I do Eulogy first and then... No, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I had to open my stupid mouth and say, like, if he uses that, then that might be a problem. And I don't have a team heal or anything. If anyone's got to survive, it's Ridis. So if he does a sweep attack and knocks everyone out again, at least Purge. Okay, gets rid of her attack bonus, but you know, that's fine. I can deal with that. Don't need to really use Charge Spell right now. We're out of salves. I guess, might as well use the salve. Deadly Mirage, come on, girl. If she crits, I think we win. Yes! There we go, we pulled it off. Now, phase 2 without any recovery. There we go. So that gets everyone to level 30 before we even have to do the final fight. So, you know, we also didn't do that at max level. So, there you go. We pulled it off barely. Okay, that was probably the best fight in the game, honestly. Because that really was pushing you to use everything at your disposal and think smartly.
Thank you. The dragon's malice gives a serene smile, then slowly fades away. You successfully liberated the dragon from its painful curse.
Don't know if it affects anything, but we did it, so hooray for us. Mar Avatar. That is how we got the Mar Avatar? It took that crazy fight to unlock that? Yeah, okay, fine. I've been waiting to get that Avatar. You've filled the necessary requirements to unlock the Dragon's Malice enemy story. Nothing else here? Okay, hell of a fight. That was cool. That's the thing. The difficulty is really in flux, and it's never really consistently solid, you know? Like, early on, it's really easy, especially if you get lucky and, like, figure out how to do the slimes, and then you can take them out very quickly and get 1000 XP multiple times very quickly. That'll get you higher level than required very quickly.
The malice was stronger than the dragon itself. You dread to think of what would happen if it had made it to the outside world. But it didn't, thanks to your heroic efforts. Unfortunately, that means no one knows of your daring deed. And so the adventures of the would-be hero and his companions continue.
The hardest fight in the game, and no one will appreciate us for it. They said, okay, they said something about, like, between the village of the sick and the volcano. That feels like the direct spot. I don't think that was it at all, but...
Something comes rocketing down from the mountaintop. There and gone in a flash. What was that?
What came rocketing down the mountain? Person?
Hey, you alright? You called out to the crumpled humanoid figure before you. But when you
probably a
reach
monster,
out
but...
to turn whoever it is over, you realize it's a monster. You scramble. The monster calls forth its fellows out from beneath the rocks they crawl.
Okay.
Salivating over their prey.
Sorry, just skipping ahead. Okay, so another fight, but, you know, what are these things gonna do to us? Okay, but that's cool, like the random events, although, you know, the random events that make things happen, you know what, we're not even gonna fight. We're just gonna wait for Melanie to get Zero Element and wipe them out at once. But yeah, the difficulty just scales weirdly, and it's not really consistent to, like, have a good or a very solid progression. I saying that makes me feel terrible, but, you know, it's like, it's kind of like, yeah, early on it's really easy, and if you get lucky, and the thing is, I also fought every fight we ever ran into. I didn't skip a single random encounter. And, you know, by the end, that equals, you know, hitting max level at a pretty consistent pace. And, you know, that could range for people depending on how much they want to fight. It does get tedious. Because the problem is, there's a lot of cool stuff, but the simplicity also means, like, the variety is also very limited. So, you can just fall into a holding pattern of only using certain abilities or doing things in a certain order.
I thought it was a person. You try to explain, rushing to catch up with your friends.
I'm sure they totally believe us. Skullmancer's enemy story. Okay. Just checking. Okay, yeah, we found all the monster cards this time. So there's just still one person card we're missing, and I have no idea where that could be. Dragon was tortured by the Ivory Order for so many moons that his very existence has passed into legend. His accumulated resentment is beyond human comprehension. And lo, the Dragon's Malice took on a form all its own. Separate from its mortal host, if nothing else, it should be given its last rites. So yeah, very interesting, very tragic. Yeah, we're missing like one character card. And being it's here, it's probably with another major character, but we've missed somehow. Or maybe it's if we do an alternate ending path, I have no idea. But nevertheless, the thing is, yeah, movies, so we got the cutscenes we can play again, ending. It's just telling us return Mar to her original form. So if we just do the end again, we can get the other endings and just see what each one is individually, but the one who wanted it all, which makes us sound really, you know, greedy, but then again, that's who our character is, so it's fitting. But, you know, it feels like that was the best ending we could have gotten, and that's for getting all the cards, which I don't think any are missable based on what I've read, so that's good. So there's always a chance to go back and find everything. And hey, it took me like just shy of 14 hours. Well, yeah, let's just do another save, just not... It's a completed save, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, okay, about 14 hours to do basically everything, you know, not quite completionist, because maybe there's still some text I haven't seen yet, or cards I haven't done yet, but, you know, for 14 hours, that basically covers everything to get the true ending, to find what I assume is all the rare legendary equipment, get to max level, fight every monster, get the best ending. I already said that, I think. But, you know, that's a pretty solid amount of time for something like this. Maybe take it in smaller bites rather than me, who's been gulping it down in a short time frame. But no, there's a lot to like here. This is a very solid RPG. And for 30 bucks, you know, pretty reasonable. You know, we got some fun, weird characters. Again, not as all as it seems, where, you know, you think based on the demo, I figured we were playing as the RV Order, obviously. But turns out they're kind of the pseudo-villains of the story, and we're playing a would-be, a wannabe adventurer who gets dragged into it with, or, you know, who sets out for selfish gain and just reluctantly takes on new people because he kind of has no choice. Which is funny. And, you know, the story eventually develops. There are hints about our character for a while that eventually come to light. Melanie, there's still some mysterious things about her and what her whole thing is with, you know, whatever cult or society she had living with the dragons. Actually, you know what? They're the polar opposites of the Ivory Order. I just pieced that together. Because they're all in black, and they are trying to protect the dragon and free him from that servitude. Okay, I mean, it explains it. Not much. I'm just, you know, was Vince her brother? Was he just another person? Just curious, but it doesn't matter. We got enough info, so we don't need that answer necessarily. And, you know, lots of fun stories. You know, you got troublemaker Riddis, who believes in horoscopes and is just all around quirky. You got Mar, who's just like a good companion, and then the reveal of who she actually is really interesting. I just kind of wish we got more scenes of Mar. You know, another shot of the ending scene with Mar as a human, fully garbed up in hero clothes. That'd be cool. You know, Bruno, muscly, dum-dum, but heart of gold, just wants to help and just wants to show the world his massive, sweaty, bulging everything. Oh, he's still not level 30? Dude, come on. It doesn't matter. And, you know, there's a lot of cool stuff. Like, you know, abilities. It took me too long to realize these are just passive abilities that we don't have to equip. I thought we could only choose one at a time. It took me too long before I realized, oh, they're just on us all the time. You know. Yeah, and skills, where, really, we don't have that many. Every character is kind of like, I don't want to say pigeonholed, because that's not correct, but, you know, every character has a set number of skills, where, you know, you can experiment, find what you like. You know, some will use, you know, similar spells, but different means, and, you know, our main character, is a swordsman, but he's also a healer. He's not necessarily the biggest damage dealer, but he can heal, he can cure, he can protect. You know, for a selfish main hero, he has a lot of selfless abilities. You got Melanie, she's the primary magic user, the elements bender, and I should have did the crit charge spell a lot sooner, but whatever. But you know, different elements, figure out what works best. I kind of wish we got more fire and wind spells. I feel like, you know, oh geez, sorry, bleh, 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 bleh. You know, I kind of wish we got more elemental spells of, like, varying degrees of strength, like a level 2 flame spell or a level 3 wind spell. That'd be cool, but doesn't seem like we get that. Riddis, probably the best damage dealer, arguably, because, you know, just like the overall raw damage and, apply poison, apply shock, or just deal tons of damage, and buff your damage. Ridis, despite being arguably the smallest character in the group, is like the hardest hitter. But, she still has some ability to heal and just a lot of opportunity for damage. Mar is like the tank. She can deal damage, but she can also take damage for others and, can potentially do a ton of damage. Take some time with destruction. I wish I'd seen that, but can do some passive healing to go throughout the fight, can deal damage, can take damage, powerhouse, that's the tank. And then Bruno is oddly kind of like the bard of the group, where it's a lot of, other healing. Can do damage, but it's more about casting debuffs on enemies and buffing up the rest of your party, which is really cool. But, I have no reason to use them when I got, a certain thing. That's the thing. Maybe if you're more keen on experimenting, then maybe you try and find like a different combination. But yeah, I stuck with my character, obviously. Melanie never left the party unless she had to. And Ridis even after we got Mar back. But, at least everyone stays pretty close to on par. Even if you get a new character onto the team later on when you're a higher level, it does not take them long to catch up, and they're still pretty self-sufficient regardless. But yeah, there's a lot of really cool abilities that you're able to use. And I kind of wish there was a little bit more customization. Like, that's the thing. The main thing I describe this game as is it's simple. It strips down to just get you into the adventure. You don't have many stats to work with. Cards are easily explained. Combat is very simple. You don't have to worry about, like, magic points, because magic points are constantly generating throughout the fight. It's like Hearthstone or well, not really, but, like those card games where you gain a spending point or something at the end of a turn. But, instead of cumulative, it's collective. That came out wrong. You get what I mean. But really, when it comes to leveling up, it's actually your equipment that's more useful for making you grow faster than your leveling up is. So, you can curb, give yourself more power very quickly by getting the money, which, if you fight and you get lucky, it is not hard to get money. And, the worst I had, the most consistently difficult thing I had is when I bought the Phoenix Blade, because I didn't have enough money to upgrade the rest of the party with the proper equipment, so everyone was a little bit behind. And, that was more consistently just sort of like, okay, battles are taking a little bit longer than expected, but, you get through it. And that's just, I think that's just another thing, is that, again, I describe this as a very simple RPG, which is not a bad thing. It's really good. It's very accessible. But, looking for a challenge, it could be all over the place, and it might not really feel necessarily consistently solid. Because, yeah, I did every single fight I could. That did get tedious really quick. Random RPG battles always do. But, at the very least, again, despite everyone being flat and two-dimensional, there was a lot of expressiveness in how the cards moved during cutscenes and in battle, how they interacted and did things and used special abilities. That's really cool. And what else? I could go on for a while. And, the artwork all looks really good. Traveling the world is, a little tedious at points, but fun, just seeing everything flip over and do stuff. Again, the jump mechanic is really good, because it's basically a fast travel to any single point on the map, that you can stand on. So that's really nice. And there's a few fun things like decoding clues to figure out where to stand for thieved treasures, monster treasures. Sorry. What else? There's a bit. But yeah, I suppose I describe this as simple, and yet oddly, all I kind of want is more. I kind of wish that as the game progressed, you could play with all 5 of your characters at once. Like, I kind of wish that was a thing where all 5 characters were playable at once, because then I think that would be then a really cool thing to worry about, like, how fast is everybody? How, do so much damage with this character, then use Bruno as a buff in this point, and then use Mar to collectively do, draw aggro. Having all 5 characters go at once, and, by that extension, more enemies to fight at once would have been really cool. But I also think that would overcomplicate things, and it would get way too busy, way too quick, and I can see why they might not want to do that. And while the monsters are very fun and unique, it is copy-paste, well, not copy-paste, but, alternate versions of the same monsters over and over again, which is not a bad thing, because there are very fun monsters with great artwork and interesting little extra designs as you go, but, the variety in monsters is not, crazy. And once you figure out what they're weak to, it's pretty easy to just stun them down and take them out pretty quick. Maybe when you enter a new area and you're seeing new monsters and you're trying to figure out what do you do, and maybe alternate versions might have different weaknesses, but it's not all that much. But again, for what this is still a very solid adventure, and even if you just watched all this way through, I still highly recommend it, because it's a very fun, very satisfying RPG. The biggest thing is the character interactions, the story progression, and the, weird character moments, and just, the coming together, and it's just got that grim fairy tale Yoko Taro spin, where it's just sort of everything has a dark underbelly. Again, nothing is as it seems, where, the obviously heroic group turns out to have a insidious underbelly. Anything that seems charming or cheerful has a dark side underneath it. But on the other token, something that you hear is supposed to be dangerous and deadly, like the dragon, turns out to be sympathetic and sorrowful. And, it's just very interesting contrast all throughout. And, you take your main character, who is a cold-hearted jerk, and I don't know how much I don't know what changes can be made if you do certain other things, or if you do the opposite of what I did, but, you can take your cold-hearted hero, and at least throughout how I did the story, it slowly got warmer and warmer, and eventually that led to some very nice character interactions, where he's still butting heads with his closest friends, but at least he has friends now. And other than that, there's a little bit of a jankiness to it, there's a little bit of unresponsiveness to trying to because the card animations have to go through and sometimes it sticks. There were a couple of scenes moments where I was closing a menu and the game kind of froze for a split second, then continued, the music completely stopped and everything. So that's really odd. Hold on. Ambulance going by, that's not great. Hopefully it's nothing, well, if an ambulance is going, something bad's happened. Anyways, so yeah, there's a couple of, UI jankiness things. So, playing on the Switch, maybe it's the hardware, maybe it's just optimization, I have no idea. Maybe it's none of those things, maybe it's just weird. And yeah, and another thing I kind of wish there was more customization, because I really didn't... I wish there was more alternate costumes for every character, or, most of the customization items you get for the card backs and, tables are the DLC, the near-based stuff, which all looks really cool, but I kind of wish there was more, and if there is more, I kind of wish the primary way to unlock them wasn't from the stupid, card minigame, which is actually, I liked it first. After trying to play it to unlock more customization items, I hate it. It is so obnoxious. The randomness of it is just not the fun kind, and I can't stand it. And so, yeah. And even when they add the extra rules, which seems interesting until you play it, and until you get screwed by those random extra rules. So, it's not fun, I don't recommend it. But that's kind of one of the... Honestly, the worst thing about it is the game parlor. That's the worst thing about the game. But yeah, no, I should really wrap up. But yeah, Voice of Cards, The Isle Dragon Roars, highly recommend it. This was a fun time. And I kind of hope Voice of Cards as a series will continue. Maybe Voice of Cards, the Mountain of the Wings, I don't know, some kind of like Voice of Cards being the main series and then the subtitle being something else. And like a similar game with maybe updated mechanics, new characters, new stories to follow, stuff like that. Because yeah, again, simple game, and now I just want to see more of it, you know? How can it grow as time goes on? Yeah, that's about that. It's a Yoko Taro game, so who knows? This could be like a linchpin between how Drakengard timeline gets to Nier timeline, even though they've explained that already. Weird stuff like that, where I'm sure there's a bunch of hidden lore and stuff I'm missing, but as far as the main game goes, this was a good time. Okay, with that all being said, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, like and subscribe and all that. This is Timmara, signing off, and thank you for watching me play Voice of Cards, The Isle Dragon Roars.